Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Cub Chronicle. My name is Philip and I'm here with Kaya. Hey Kaya, how you doing? In this episode, we're going to have a message from Johanna, the Counselor's Corner with Mr. Williams. We're going to have a demonstration of adaptive PE with Coach Parker, a view of our sensory room, and then the history of Children's Center, something that I knew nothing about. Kaya, are you ready for this? All right, let's start with Johanna's message.
Today's promise, responsibility. I will take complete responsibility for my health, my happiness, my success in my life, and I will not blame others for my problems and predicaments.
Thank you, Johanna. Kyle, that was pretty cool, right? All right, you ready for the Counselor's Corner? Let's play it.
Another day of self-awareness. 5 reasons. Self-awareness doesn't stop you from making mistakes. It allows you to learn from them. Making mistakes is a normal part of life. Taking responsibility and facing up to our mistakes is a great way to learn and to avoid doing the same old thing. So you have to make mistakes to learn.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Next up, we have a demonstration of adaptive PE with Coach Parker. Kai, you ready? Let's play it. So we're going to take a look at adaptive PE with Coach Parker. So a lot of the activities that he does are what you would see in a typical PE classroom, except they're modified for our students. He does various games and activities, and as you can see, positioning is important, not only for the equipment that he uses, but also for the student, and to figure out which arm or which hand will be best utilized to participate in the activities. So as you can see, he'll introduce the activity, and there's a lot of hand-over-hand support going on. And then hopefully we lead into some verbal prompting and hopefully some independent practice in participating in the games and activities that he presents. So this is a great way for the students to work on their motor skills and just to benefit them and keep them active. They do a lot of fun activities in adaptive PE, and we'll have more information and more examples of activities in future episodes. Next up, we have a special segment that Miss Johanna is going to talk about the history of Children's Center. Kaya, I bet you and I have never heard what she's about to talk about. You ready for the play this? Let's do it.
Children's Center originated as the Montgomery Spastic Children's Association. We began as a tuition-based educational program in the old Pineview Manor. And tuition cost $30 a week. But because no child was turned away because of their inability to pay, then the association ended up in a good bit of debt to Pineview Manor. So in 1950, a group of supporters got together and went down to the Capitol, and eventually the Alabama legislature granted the Montgomery Spastic Children's Association to be paid $36,000 a year by the local Board of Education. And this $36,000 a year was to cover a speech therapist, a physical therapist, teachers, and transportation. In 1951, a new building was purchased in Oak Park, and an additional one was purchased in 1952. The next few years were kind of a struggle, but with a common vision and faith and effort, the program continued to expand. And in 1955, a massage and dental clinic were added. And then in 1957 and 58, grant funding was provided for a diagnostic and guidance clinic. In 1960, funds were raised by a building fund for a new building, and land was purchased in Yancey Park, which is right on Madison Terrace. In 1961, they began the building, and on September 1st of 1962, the building was completed, dedicated, and opened, and the Montgomery Spastic Children's Association was renamed Children's Center to represent the service for children with many different special needs. So here we are, 73 years later, thankful for the vision of the individuals way back in 1948. And I'm thankful to be a part of the beautiful history that is Children's Center.
I've been here for a few years and I didn't know any of that. Thank you, Miss Johanna. That was pretty cool. Last, we're going to take a look at the sensory room that we have set up here in Children's Center. Kai, are you ready to watch this? Here we go. I'm here in our sensory room at Children's Center. And as you can see, we got some lights, sounds, and different things going on in here. Most of the things in here were made possible by a grant written by Duncan Hunter a couple years ago, and that allowed us to get the equipment that we have in here. And this is just a nice, relaxing sensory room for students to calm down, see some cool stuff, and just a fun place to hang out. I find that students really like to come in here, and it can be a really relaxing place. And they also love looking at the lights, hearing the music. And it's just a pretty good spot to be. So that's a pretty cool spot to take students for all kinds of things, and we're hoping to add more elements and more features to the room as we go. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Kaya, for being here, and thank you for everyone who contributed. And again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.